Long ago, in the time of the prophets, there lived a man named Jonah. One day, a clear command came to him. Go to the great city of Nineveh and speak against the evil growing there. But Jonah's heart trembled. Instead of facing the path given to him, he turned away and boarded a ship, bound for a far distant land, hoping to escape what he feared. As the ship sailed, the sky darkened. A violent storm rose, shaking the vessel until it felt as though the sea itself wanted to tear it apart. The sailors panicked, each calling to their own god, throwing their cargo into the waters just to stay afloat. But the storm only grew stronger. Jonah, carrying a heavy guilt inside him, knew why the winds raged. He approached the sailors and told them the truth, that he had run from the one who made the sea and dry land. With a trembling voice, he told them to throw him into the ocean so the storm would calm. Reluctant but desperate, they did as he said, and the sea became still. Jonah sank into the depths, but he was not abandoned. A great fish swallowed him, and in its belly he remained for 3 days and 3 nights. In that darkness, where no light could reach and no path could be seen, Jonah lifted a prayer from the very center of his soul. He admitted his fear, his running, his mistakes, and there, in the quiet of his isolation, he found the clarity he had been avoiding. Sometimes the hardest path is the one we most need to walk. When the time was right, the fish released him onto dry land. Jonah rose, shaken but renewed, and this time he obeyed. He went to Nineveh and delivered the message he had been trying to escape. To his surprise, the people listened. From the greatest to the least, they turned from their wrongdoing. Even the king humbled himself, choosing change over pride. Their turning softened the heart of the one who had sent Jonah. But Jonah struggled within himself. He sat outside the city, confused and hurt, wondering why mercy was given so freely. As he waited, a plant grew beside him, giving him shade that eased his discomfort. But by dawn the next day, the plant withered. Jonah grieved its loss deeply. In that moment, he was shown the quiet truth. If he could care so much for a plant that lived only a day, how much more the Creator cared for the thousands of people in Nineveh, people who were lost, people who didn't even know how far they had wandered. And Jonah understood. Not all lessons arrive gently, but even the hardest ones guide us back to the path meant for us, if only we stop running long enough to see it. For in the end, the story was never just about a man running from a mission. It was about a heart learning what courage truly means. A courage shaped not by Jonah himself, but by the God who kept calling him back. It was about mercy, God's mercy, stronger than anger, wider than failure, reaching farther than Jonah ever imagined. It was about a Creator who never gives up, even when we turn away, even when we run. Jonah finally understood that every path he avoided, every fear he tried to escape, was gently leading him back to one timeless truth. That God-given purpose does not abandon us, even when we are the ones who abandon it. And as Jonah walked away from Nineveh, the city he once feared, now transformed by repentance, he carried something far greater than a message. He carried a heart softened by God's patience, a spirit renewed by God's mercy, and the quiet assurance that no matter how far we run, God will always make a way back. And in His grace, there is always a second chance waiting.